Although we come, yes, to the end of the road, still I can't let go. Stick up in. Is it the end of the road for Andre Blake and Philadelphia Union? The news is here to share.
Philadelphia Union goalkeeper Andre Blake joins us now. First of all, thank you so much for coming on the show and spending some of your morning with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
So we obviously just saw some of those saves in real time. What's going through your mind during those penalties? Obviously, we know every time you guys face the Red Bulls, it's always a big matchup for both teams. So take us through those moments for you.
Yeah, as you said, it was a big moment. And when I saw Morgan was coming into the game, I know he was probably their best penalty taker. So at that time in my head was like, what better penalty to save than his? But I was just happy I was able to make a save. I know that if I'm able to make a save, I would put my team in a really good position to win the shootout. So,
in life, everything has an ending. Welcome to Premier 7. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. I am back showing my face, and it is absolutely an excited feeling. Today on the channel, I will be speaking about the Jamaican captain in Andre Blake. Is it the farewell between himself and Philadelphia Union? Of course, this is a topic that is somewhat sad for many Philadelphians fans because guess what? Andre Blake was the main man between the stick. However, on the channel, I am going to jump right into the news about Mr. Blake. I'm going to do a recap on his career at Philadelphia Union. And before I close the show, I want to say what's next for the big man. Of course, so before I jump into details, in recent days, I have done a video on our own Indujan Whisper Richards. The topic was the striking similitude between Dujan Richards and Daniel Sturridge. That video received 669 views, 17 likes, and a few comments. But the video is continuously trending. I want to say a big thank you to all the supporters of Premier 7. You always make my day, and I'm here to make your day as well. Then again, if you're new to this amazing platform, please watch, like, comment, and share the contents so other persons can become engaged. And I am not only available on YouTube, you can check me out as well on my Instagram account and TikTok account. So the topic, of course, is Andre Blake farewell dance on the horizon with Philadelphia Union? My people, I know for sure that you yourselves have already been through farewells before. And one of the best example to speak on is that of a relationship. Una can't tell me say, una heart never get broken yet because mine have been shattered before like a glass. But I am back on my foot. Well, my feet. So let's jump straight into the news feed for Mr. Andre Blake. And this is from a very popular outlet, which is called Pro Soccer Wire. It states that when you're no longer happy, it's time Union goalkeeper Blake wants out. As I've said earlier on, in life, everything has an ending. So the news states that It appears that Philadelphia Union goalkeeper Andre Blake has reached the end of his patience with his long-time club. In a message posted on his Instagram story on Wednesday, the 33-year-old was unequivocal. When you're no longer happy, it's time. Blake's message came one day after Philadelphia's lost 3-2 to the Seattle Sounders, making it two straight MLS losses and 3 games without a win. The Jamaican international has been making his discontent clear in recent months, calling out the club's ownership for what he believes to be a lack of investment in the team. All right, so the news was being shared, and I know that you have listened to what was being mentioned. Andre Blake is not happy at Philadelphia Union, and he has been at the club for more than 9 years. A lot of games, a lot of success. And the big reason why he's not happy with the team is because of the recent performances and the lack of investment in the team. If a team that you have been playing for years, that you want to see go on the other level, and there's a backtrack with how the team is performing, it's like one step forward, two step behind. You as a legend will want to hang up your shoes, not entirely from your football career, but from that club that once was a good or decent club in your eyes. The standards have fallen, and Andre Blake is not satisfied with what is taking place. Do you agree with him deciding on leaving? Then, based on the news feed, it is somewhat agreeable for his discontentment with the club because, come on, you have been a top priority for the club before, playing game in, playing game out, and you love the club dearly to your heart. And those who are in management, who oversees the daily operation of the club, is not standing up on their feet, making the right decisions. It will hit a part of you to say that, you know what, this club is a joke. I think it is time for me to go. So, therefore, based on the history of the news, it is somewhat a case to say that Andre Blake may want to leave the club. All right, so with that being said, let me just jump into the second segment of the video by way of a recap of his industrious, historic career at Philadelphia Union. So, Andre Blake, as I've mentioned before, has played more than 9 seasons at the club. He started his career at Philadelphia Union from 2014 to this present year, 2024. He has played a lot of games, especially in the middle part of his career at the club. The most game that he has played was in the 2020 season. He played 37 games at max for the Philadelphia Unions. But within those space, he has played in excess of 20 games on average. He has won things with the club, maybe personal award and a trophy, of course. It doesn't look good for a player who wants the best for his club to leave in that bad state. It's like a bitter taste in the mouth. It's like you're drinking Cersei. It doesn't feel well to me for a legend to leave a club that I believe that he doesn't want to leave for his own sake, but because of personal reasons, he is calling out those persons in authority. So statistically, you're seeing that Mr. Blake, by way of a recap, this season has not been the most attractive one for him on paper, as his stats doesn't look so excited. Playing 5 games, considered only 4 goals, clean sheets 3. Well, for the starting 11 and minutes in terms of percentage, 56-38 respectively, no penalty saved. The goalkeeper situation is different. And for Mr. Blake, his contract expires in December on the 31st. and wanting to leave the club at this point in time in May. As I've mentioned before, it is a case of lack of investment, lack of stern approach, getting in better players at the club, making the club become more dominant in the MLS. It is something that Andre Blake isn't satisfied with. And seeing that he is that player who has won before at the club, he has won a trophy for the club, of course. He has won the Supporters Shield. That is an amazing achievement for Mr. Blake. A powerful goalkeeper at the age of 33. Jamaican born, playing at a club that he holds dear to his heart. And I know that when he wants to review or have a recap or look back at his moments at Philadelphia Union, I know it will be one of greatness. So for Mr. Blake, even though he's at age 33, do you believe that he should leave and go to a different club? Maybe that's the understanding that we're getting here because, the news stated that he's no longer happy. So does he have what it takes to continue on that same level or hitting his peak like a Benzema? But statistically, it shows that he has been playing for the club for more than 9 years. And for him, there's no significant weakness for the goalkeeper. His concentration is immense. Shot stopping, his reflex, as you can see, is like a cat. And saving from close range is absolutely adorable. It is something that you have to have as a goalkeeper. Apart from the reflex, a lot of teams like to take close shots. And for Andre Blake to have that as a strength, it is amazing. Is he the best keeper in MLS history? Well, it's for you to decide. But I know that he's in the top 10. And his rating in goal is 6.34. That is quite decent for the shot stopper. Now, I just want to dive into the portion that says what's next for Andre Blake. Maybe he stays, maybe he goes, regardless of the news. Because if investment starts to be put into the club system, then he may stay. But if nothing happens, then you're pushing out your best. And we know players over the years that are staying at the clubs for years on top of years, staying there forever until the time comes where they cannot play anymore. Like a Maldini at AC Milan, like a Buffon at Juventus, right? Like a Lam at Bayern Munich. Those persons are ideal examples. And for Mr. Blake, what's next? What if anything doesn't happen in terms of investment? Should he go to Europe? Should he continue his career in MLS? It is still not confirmed that he's going to leave, but the door is open for him if he thinks that it is the best thing for him to do. Because sometimes when you want to leave, it is best to go if nothing else is making you feel comfortable staying in that club. So I, for one, would say that for him, you can stay in the MLS, or if you want to take a next chapter at age 33, you can play at least 2 seasons in Europe, or 3, depending on how you feel on the inside. But within this present moment, I want for Andre Blake to get his mind and his head sorted out, because we need him for the Copa America. We need him for the World Cup qualifier. And if all goes well, we will have him in the World Cup for Jamaica for the second time. 1998 repeat, second time. But we want to go at a higher level this year going forward. So people, what do you think about this amazing topic? Is Andre Blake farewell dance on the horizon with Philadelphia Union? It is now time for me to go. And of course, I always embrace when you comment, because this is a platform that isn't biased, an unbiased platform that takes into account you, the fans. So take care for now, and we will always meet again with more news. Bye-bye.